With a simple fist bump and a greeting of good afternoon, Kim Thomsen welcomes each of her students to class. A simple gesture, you might think, but for her, it's a symbol of perseverance and triumph. The morning of Tuesday, January 26, 2010, began normally for Kim as she left her home in Stanton for the 30-mile drive to her teaching job at Tri-County Middle School in Howard City. The road showed some lingering effects of snow that had fallen during the night, and because of it, Kim was aware and cautious of the conditions. But as she rounded a curve, she hit a patch of ice, and her vehicle rolled.
I knew it was bad. I knew I couldn't feel my legs. I could see cars drive by and not stopping. One of the school bus drivers for Lakeview saw it, and his bus sits up high enough that he knew that something was wrong, that there was this vehicle in a field and, you know, that it didn't look right. And so then he called it in to the bus garage, and then they called it in to the police.
It would be 40 minutes before her first conversation with emergency personnel. And because she couldn't feel her legs, the first thing she asked was, "Am I cut in two, or am I one whole person?" Assured of the latter, Kim was transported by ambulance to Butterworth Hospital in Grand Rapids. X-rays showed trouble with vertebrae numbers C6 and C7, resulting in permanent damage to her spinal cord. Surgery was done the day of the accident to fuse them. With no other injuries, Kim was transferred to Mary Free Bed to begin rehabilitation 3 days later. She'd be there as an inpatient from January 30th to May 17th. Her surgeon said there was only a 2% chance she'd walk again. Some would see that as meaning defeat. Kim took it as a challenge, reaching her first milestone 6 weeks later.
March 12th is a great day in my life because that is the day that we discovered that I had movement and I was able to move my feet, I was able to squeeze my butt cheeks. It was amazing. I did it like probably 100 times that day because I could. So March 12th is one of those days that I still celebrate.
1 month later, on April 19th, Kim stood for the first time. Another milestone in her rehabilitation that would last for several months. She would have to relearn to do many of the basic things once taken for granted.
I am a good old-fashioned farm girl. I know what hard work is. I've worked hard all my life. I know how to be there and how to do all that. Eating breakfast and getting ready, that's all part of, my therapy. Being able to dress myself was all part of my therapy. Brushing my teeth. Are there any accommodations that I have to make that, tools that I might have to use differently to be able to get myself ready and do all those things.
As a public education employee, Kim's medical bills were covered by MESA, but it was Farm Bureau Insurance who stepped up to provide for all of her other essential needs. Significant home modifications had to be made by adding on an accessible bedroom and bath, as well as a garage. Kim needed a motorized wheelchair, and she acquired a specially equipped van that allows her to drive again.
I have always loved Farm Bureau. I've had Farm Bureau my whole life. I've never had any other kind of insurance. They were supportive from the get-go and helpful, and I never had to question how this was going to work, and I really had the confidence in them. Again, being at Mary Free Bed, I saw other people that struggled with their insurance companies and their insurance companies not wanting to pay and fighting them on a lot of things, and I never had that with Farm Bureau.
Today, Kim is back teaching full-time and appreciative of the administration at Tri-County Middle School for being so accommodating during her recovery. Kim says she makes a point of it to smile every day, though it may not be all day. It's part of her determination and motivation to push herself to succeed.
You do what you have to do, and I'm not doing it for any reason other than I'm trying to live my life, and I can't live my life sitting in my house feeling sorry for myself. And I just am out there and doing what I have to do to live my life and to live it with a high quality.